I'd look a little bit at Yelan versus Xingqiu. So neither is particularly like optimized right now. Xingqiu is actually kind of sad, but he's just got basically a 40-80 ratio, which is pretty mediocre. Two-piece Heart of Death, two-piece Noblesse, and I still have him on a four-piece hat. This is really not a very good hat. But, you know, he's still overall basically been fine. I mean, for a long time, he was one of the earlier characters I really built. This is not very good. This is, I guess, basically fine. I like having him on E-Charge Pocket Watch just because you really want his Q up pretty consistently. And this is a basically fine piece. And then typical Hydro damage. Pretty sad roll in the HP percent there. But, you know, he's like fine, right? So basically what I'm looking at here is one kind of underbuilt Xingqiu to a completely underbuilt Yelan. So what do we got on Yelan? We have to go. Sorry, I overshot her somehow. Is she? Oh, she's in my team. That's fine. Okay. So her ratio is actually already looking slightly better, even though I haven't even built some of her artifacts. We got her on emblem set is one thing. Let's just have her on this. It's a decent, a well-rolled 4-star flower. A still in progress feather. A still in progress page, which unfortunately rolled a second death. My artifact rolling is not great. This goblet is actually decent on her, other than the death percent, because the HP percent actually does scale with her pretty well. And then a completely underbuilt 4-star hat. I like just never roll crit rate on emblem. It's really pretty frustrating. This is literally the best crit rate hat I have. So whatever. So yeah, pretty underbuilt, right? We got her on a 3-star recurve bow, which is only refinement 2. But it doesn't matter because this is only useful in certain domains. I guess this is actually could be kind of decent in like Abyss, just because it's nice to have a little bit of extra healing. But and in that recent event domain, this actually ended up being pretty good. But other than that, it's, you know, not really an effect you care too much about. I never even looked at the bow before. I was, you know, melting all my 3-star bows, and so I didn't even have the refinements to get it up to 5 when I decided to make it for Yelan. But all it's going to do. And I do have her up to 8 and 7 here, so you know, the Q is really what we're looking at. So it's got, you know, 11% max HP skill damage and about 8% exquisite throw damage. So that's based on her max HP, which right now is 30,000. It's 30,000 right now in party with Xingqiu, so it would go slightly higher if I didn't have 2 Hydro, because of no, it's not this one. It's not this one. It's this one. Turn control. Basically, if you have 4 different elemental types, then her max HP goes up another 12%. So her damage, and because her damage is scaling off her HP, that means she would be doing slightly more damage without Xingqiu in her party, but I'm not too worried about that right now, because I still think that basically right now she's outperforming Xingqiu's Q. Now specifically, like, Xingqiu, because he has, like, one of the reasons Xingqiu works so well, so easily, is actually because of Sack Sword. Because the proc effect basically just always goes off, right? The 70% chance to reduce cooldown means that, you know, you can walk up to a random goon and drop your and, you know, that's a nice 7,000 damage, and then you do it again, right? And if it crits, then, you know, you get like 13,000 damage. And this is with his kind of mediocre build, right? And then the effect isn't going off right now. Right? So that's 5,000 on non-crits, right? So that seems pretty decent, right? I mean, he can just walk around, and, you know, if you're using him to proc D-Loop or Hutao, then it's pretty consistently going up, right? Now, Yelan, you know, we can try her E.
Busted.
And so that's just a 6,000 to a single target. That's really not that great, frankly. But for Q, it does do that initial burst damage, but it's already doing 7,000 or 3,700 per hit. So it seems like with not too much more work, she is... Oh man, I need more creeps. I thought there was another guy right here. There's all this stuff over here. So that is the main problem with her right now, is actually E-Charge, right? Because I wasn't building her E-Charge like I was Xingqiu. So she does crit for 12,000, which is nice. So she's already critting higher, which is not surprising given when I was just showing off her crit rate and stuff. But she does get, you know, back up. The main appeal actually of the ult is that it generates 3 particles, so that it can keep procs here. So you can see she's only, I really should have done, but you know, 4,000, 4,000. So even pretty underbuilt, she's already competing with Xingqiu. So I'm not sure how much that is just because Emblem is such a strong set. Certainly she needs, you know, a little bit more E-Charge if I could get her some. Because you really want her Q to be always up. Even if you can, she does have pretty good just energy recuperation with the E. She doesn't, you know, doesn't quite get it all the way up in one burst. So right now Xingqiu would have the more consistent Hydro application because you can pretty much always have his Q up, because, you know, you drop the Q, then you do the drop double E, right? Like, basically you go E, Q, and then, because he has E-Charge, his Q is already ready again, right? So that's the main appeal of this particular Xingqiu build, right? Is he just always has his Q up, which means he's always doing his job, which is just non-stop, consistent Hydro application. Whereas Yelan, I think that very easily, when her Q is active, she will pretty much, I think she will be doing more damage than Xingqiu, and so I'm not sure how much that is just because of the artifact sets versus anything else. But I think that her Q is just, it's just kind of easier to build her, right? Like 3-star artifacts, or I'm sorry, 3-star weapon. I guess the 4,000s aren't crits. I don't know. Anyway, I'll have more when I've actually built her a little bit more. She still needs one more refinement, which is going to pop her crit rate up a little bit more, I think. And I still need to get her talents up another rank. But I think she is going to have the potential to actually just straight up replace Xingqiu once she's ready to go. Anyway, hope this helps. Thanks for watching. It's just sort of a in-progress video, but people thinking about her, I think it's interesting.